The house used to feel alive. Laughter, late-night talks, footsteps that never felt lonely. But now, it was silent. Too silent. Aisha Khan stood by the window, staring at the empty street. Her husband, Captain Zion Khan, had left 3 months ago. Afghanistan. War. Duty. "I'll be back soon," he had said. But soon felt like forever. At first, she stayed strong. Calls. Messages. Hope. But slowly, the calls became shorter. The messages fewer. Until some nights, there was nothing at all. And silence started to feel heavier than distance. That evening, rain tapped softly against the windows. A knock broke the quiet. Aisha froze. She wasn't expecting anyone. Another knock. Slow. Come. She walked to the door carefully and opened it. A man stood there. Tall. Come. Stranger. "I think this was delivered to the wrong house," he said, holding out a package. His voice was steady, gentle. Aisha hesitated, then took it. "Thank you," she said softly. He nodded, turned to leave. But something made her speak again. "Wait." He stopped. "You live nearby?" she asked. He glanced back. Just across the street. A pause. "I'm Armin." She nodded slowly. "Aisha." For a moment, they just stood there. Two strangers, connected by nothing, and yet something felt different. "Good night," he said. "Good night," she replied. The door closed, but the silence inside the house didn't feel the same anymore. That night, for the first time in weeks, Aisha didn't feel completely alone. And somewhere across the street, Armin stood by his window, looking toward her house. Because sometimes, the most dangerous stories don't begin with love. They begin with loneliness. And this one had just started. The rain didn't stop that night. Neither did her thoughts. Aisha Khan stood in the kitchen, staring at her phone. No new message. No missed call. Just silence. She placed it down slowly, trying not to feel what she was feeling. Loneliness. The kind that doesn't scream, but slowly fills every corner of your life. The next evening, a knock came again. Softer this time. Familiar. She already knew who it was. When she opened the door, Armin stood there. Not awkward. Not hesitant. Just present. "I made extra tea," he said simply. She blinked slightly. "That's your excuse?" she asked, a faint smile forming. He shrugged lightly. "Seemed better than saying I didn't want you to be alone." Silence. Because that hit deeper than anything else. She stepped aside. "Come in." The house didn't feel as empty anymore. They sat across from each other. 2 cups of tea. Soft light. Quiet conversation. At first, it was simple. "Where are you from? What do you do? Why are you here?" But slowly, the questions changed. "Do you miss him?" Armin asked gently. Aisha looked down at her cup. "Every day," she said. A pause. "But some days it feels like I'm missing someone who isn't there anymore." Armin didn't interrupt, didn't judge, and that made it easier to speak. "He used to call all the time," she continued. "Now, it's just silence." The word echoed. Silence. "I think silence is the hardest part," Armin said quietly. She looked at him. "Why?" "Because it makes you feel forgotten, even when you're not." Their eyes met, and in that moment, something shifted. Not love, not yet, but understanding. The kind that pulls two strangers closer, without them realizing it. Hours passed. The tea turned cold, but neither of them noticed. When he finally stood to leave, the room felt heavier again. "Thank you," she said softly. "For what?" "For making the silence less loud." That made him pause, just for a second longer than necessary. "You don't have to be alone," he said quietly. Those words lingered. Too long, too deep, because they weren't just comforting. They were dangerous. Aisha walked him to the door. Their hands brushed, just slightly, accidental, but neither of them pulled away immediately. And that moment said more than words ever could. He stepped outside. She closed the door slowly, leaning back against it. Her heart was racing, not from fear, but from something else. Something she wasn't ready to name. Because deep down, she knew one thing. This wasn't just about loneliness anymore. And if she wasn't careful, it could turn into something she wouldn't be able to stop. Days passed, and somehow, Armin became part of her routine. Not planned, not forced, just natural. Tea turned into conversations. Conversations turned into long evenings. And the silence that once filled the house was gone. Aisha Khan laughed again. Something she hadn't done in weeks. "You're smiling more," Armin said one evening. She looked at him, and for a moment, forgot everything else. "Maybe I just forgot how," she replied softly. Their eyes held longer this time. No distractions. No distance. Just something real. Growing. And that's when it happened. Not planned. Not expected. Just a moment that lasted too long. Too close. Too quiet. And suddenly, they both knew. This wasn't just comfort anymore. This was something else. Something they weren't supposed to feel. Aisha stepped back first. "We shouldn't," she whispered. But the words didn't sound convincing. Because her heart had already crossed that line. And Armin knew it too. Broken heart. While he was fighting for her, she was falling for someone else. Backhand index pointing right, was she wrong? Or just lonely? Speech balloon comment right or wrong? That night, her phone rang. She froze. The name on the screen. Zion. Her husband. Her heart stopped. She answered. His voice came through. Weak. Tired. But alive. "I'm coming home," he said. Silence. Everything around her collapsed in that moment. Because suddenly, reality returned. The war. The distance. The promises. Everything she had tried not to think about. "I missed you," he added. Tears filled her eyes. Because she did too. But now, it wasn't that simple anymore. When the call ended, she didn't move. Because for the first time, she realized what she had done. Not physically, not openly, but emotionally. And sometimes, that hurts even more. The doorbell rang the next day. She already knew who it was. When she opened the door, Armin stood there. But this time, everything felt different. Heavy. Real. "He's coming back," she said before he could speak. Silence. Because that was the end. Before it even began, Armin nodded slowly. "I figured," he said quietly. Their eyes met. And, in that moment, everything they never said was understood. "This shouldn't have happened," she whispered. "No," he agreed. A pause. But it did. And that truth was impossible to ignore. Tears slipped down her face. "I didn't mean for this," she said. "I know," he replied softly. That made it worse. Because there was no villain here. Just two people who met at the wrong time. Armin stepped back, giving her space, giving her a choice. "You don't belong to me," he said quietly. And that was the moment she broke. Because deep down, she already knew where she belonged. Later that evening, the door opened again. Captain Zion Khan stood there, worn, tired, but smiling. "I'm home," he said softly. Aisha looked at him, the man she had waited for, the man she still loved. And in that moment, she made her choice. She stepped forward and hugged him tightly, not because everything was perfect, but because some promises still mattered. And sometimes, love isn't about what feels right in the moment. It's about what you choose. When everything gets complicated, across the street, Armin watched from a distance, then quietly turned away. Because some love stories aren't meant to last. They're meant to change you.